Rid of you.
Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Huh. My old watch. The award we got for civil bravery. It was nice that someone appreciated our sacrifice. Civil bravery? Why? That boy at the contest. Yeah. That's when I realized how good it feels to help somebody. Thank you. Hey man, I can see you're bummed out. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. That's not true. Tell me what used to cheer you up. At home, I mean. Cheer me up? Well, there was this elderly neighbor, that sweet granny type whose apartment always smelled of a freshly baked pie. I liked to visit her when I was feeling down. Listen to stories about her youth, her grandchildren. There was so much kindness and empathy in her. I'm sure every one of us has stories to share. And I enjoy listening to all of you, learning about our differences, discovering how many mistakes I managed to avoid, and how many amazing moments could result from those mistakes. I can see you've been down lately. Anything I can do to make you feel better? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm great. Right. Anyway, I thought maybe we could talk. No harm in getting to know each other better. Bro, you're not hitting on me, right? I promise I'm not, so... I don't know. Not much to talk about, really. Well, I'm not forcing you. Just remember, if you ever need someone to vent to, you can count on me. Thanks for not forcing me.
I must say, the research lab is a bit disappointing.
You could say that about many modules in our base.
You're not wrong. Don't let that stop me.
My life would... this now? All done here. Should I help with this now? fucked up world we live in, huh? How is that? Ah, damn it. I got this. Fucking it. How is that? Fucking it. Damn it.
How?
Fuck hell. I love this game. Fuck hell. No way. I love this game. How is that? Fuck hell.
How?
Yes! Fucking it. That was awesome. Thanks, man. All done here. Should I help with this now? Done here. Should I help with this now? I might need it there. Finally, good movie.
Hey man, I was thinking, have you ever noticed how often we
Finish each other's sentences?
Yeah, we have lived together for
Way
too long. Right. I feel like we've probably had
Every conversation two people can have. Right. So we
always know what the other one is.
thinking.
Right.
Right.
But like, specifically, why?
Do we do that? I don't know. Like, where do you think
That compulsion comes from? Not sure, because it's certainly not like a...
endearing quality?
Oh.
No. Mostly, I feel like we want to just show
That we're like engaged listeners, right? And we're...
empathetic.
Yes.
And also...
Good day, Fred. Are you feeling better? Yeah, forget about it. It was just a bad day, I guess. Happy to hear that. Now, let's make sure we survive, okay? On it. Filter supply is shrinking, dude. All done here. Should I help with this now? Ah, another movie. This one was actually on my pile of shame. Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff. Done here. Should I help with this now? Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? All done. Should I take care of this now? another movie. This one was actually on my pile of shame. Where'd my stuff landed here? This looks like a good spot to use the gravity sensor. Find me when you have a moment. So, did you get any interesting readings from the gravity sensor?
Yes, fascinating stuff. The gravity field distortion forms a remarkable pattern. It's not like any of the other distortions we've encountered. So, how do we proceed? Well, it looks like we have no other way but to destroy this extraordinary phenomenon. Are you serious? How am I supposed to use the illuminator on that? No, the illuminator won't help us here. We'll need to create a counterforce that will neutralize the gravity field. It will have to be very powerful and extremely precise. I'll need some time to make the calculations. One mistake, and this whole thing can go dangerously wrong.
I can't even imagine you making a mistake.
Yes, well, you've clearly forgotten our exam in algebraic topology. I have, yeah? Yeah, we lost a whole 10 points just because of one stupid miscalculation. It haunts me to this day. Still, nice to have your trust. Just give me the time to study this case properly, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Oh, interesting.
a motivational hoodie. Motivational? More like demotivational. I only kept it because it's really comfy. Of course you did. It doesn't remind you of all that determination and ambition that fueled my academic success. Anyway, thanks. I appreciate it.
just lie still and think of something engaging.
When will you have the results?
Not before I finish scanning everybody. You're the first one, so after we finish, you can go to bed and come back in the morning. I should know more by then. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
I hate waiting. Something's gonna be wrong. I just know it. I treat it.
Should I do this now?
So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. Mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No. Not all. Almost everyone is affected, but there's one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean. Holy shit. Yeah. You know what that means? That it's because of rubidium? Oh, I wouldn't go so far. You were the only one who wasn't created with it, true. But there were so many other factors. The speed with which our brain tissue was forced to grow, external circumstances, like radiation, that could have disrupted the process somehow. There are two things we know for sure. One, creating any other alter will most probably result in the same condition. And two, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days. So, how do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends. Oh, come on. I don't believe that. You always have something smart-ass to say about everything. And you never give up, do you? I have to say, it's contagious. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks. Hey, you wanted to talk?
Yeah. I wanted to thank you for getting me that exercise equipment again. You have no idea how it helped me to stay sane in here. But I was thinking, what if we built something everyone could benefit from?
Yeah. I was hoping to upgrade the social room so we could entertain ourselves more.
That's also a good idea, but I was gonna suggest something a little different, better. A whole new module where we could work out. Spend our free time in a healthy way, instead of playing beer pong or watching TV.
Okay.
I'm not saying no. But you're not saying yes?
I guess I'm saying maybe then.
You know me. Glass half full. I can work very well with a maybe. Thanks.
Marcus, what took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
We've encountered another obstacle. But it's not my worst problem.
Why? What's going on out there?
My alters. They're suffering from a mysterious disease.
What do you mean?
Some strange brain mutation. Molly. The sheep I had to create to test rupidium had it too. She died without warning.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Yeah. They're taking it pretty bad. As you can imagine. And this is on you. You and Maxwell. No, you made me carry out this experiment, but now, I'm the one who has to look them in the eye and tell them they're dying.
Come on. We were only trying to save you. It seemed like the perfect solution. But I guess nothing's perfect. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there is a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell, are you sure I can trust him? Last time I spoke to him, turned out he's in some kind of conflict with the corporation. What's this guy's agenda, really?
Well, looks like he trusted you since he told you all about it. Look, don't worry. It's not really a conflict, it's just... Well, it was very unfair how they treated him. Shut down his lab, basically killed his scientific career. He was like a fish taken out of water, you know? And now seeing what you've done, he must have felt so excited, like it wasn't all for nothing. And he's jumping into a river again.
His research must have been interesting. I mean, the corporation decided to shut it down. That says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. What can I say? Not many people were ready for it. Altering mind records. I mean, we were on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science. But the practical implications, they could change so much more. And we were just a step away from getting it right.
We?
Yeah. I worked with him on Project Ela. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
Now, you said something about an obstacle blocking your way? How serious is that?
Well, it's a pretty big gravity field distortion. Looks scary, but I'm on it. Thanks. Just need some time.
Gravity distortion, huh? That would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. But if you know what you're doing, I'll leave you to it. Looks like you have a lot on your hands.
Yeah, I'll jump right on it.
Hang in there, Jan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
Sooner or later.
Come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something. I'm done here. Should I do this now? Okay, I'm done. I can do this now.
So, have you finished your calculations? Do you know how we can get the gravity field back to normal? Yes, the design is ready. Our counterforce will have to come from several sources. 2 neutralizing towers, 1 per each side of the canyon to cover the whole affected area. It will be an effort to build them, but if operated correctly, they should do the trick and give us safe passage through. Man, we'll need to push like crazy to pull this off before the sun comes up. Right. And that's not the half of it. Once you set up the towers, they will need to be operated simultaneously. So, we'll need to send 4 people up there at the same time. Oh. Yeah. Better
better shape up your crew if we're gonna do this.
FYI, looks like we're running low on repair kits. Who the hell did this now? I'm right. We should at least try.
We have perfectly good shielding mechanisms.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm done. I can do this now.
Should I do this now?
done. Should I take care of this now? All done here. Should I help with this now? Hello?
Jan, Maxwell here.
It's good to hear you. Things are getting more and more tense in here.
Yeah, I know. Lucas told me everything. I set to work at once analyzing the data you sent. I won't lie to you. This condition you discovered is something never seen before. I can confirm what you probably already suspect. It is highly probable that it is induced by accelerated brain tissue development which your alters have undergone. I am very sorry this has happened, but nobody could have predicted it. As I've said before, you're a pioneer, Jan. Unexpected setbacks come with the job.
Being a builder is my job.
It's the job you signed up for. But it's not who you are anymore, is it? Not just who you are. You've crossed the threshold, and now, I suppose, well, you have to face the trial.
I don't like how that sounds.
It's understandable. Just try to keep an open mind.
What would I have to do?
Prepare a treatment based on biological material from a healthy donor.
Donor of what exactly?
Brain cells.
Great. I volunteer.
That's generous of you, but you can't donate brain tissue.
What? Why not? I'm the only one who's not affected.
Because it would kill you. It's not blood samples we're talking about, but a significant amount of brain tissue from the cortex.
So, how did you want me to get it?
There is only one solution. You have rapidium, Jan. You have the womb. All you need to do is create a copy of your body, but without applying the branching procedure. By leaving its mind records blank, you will create a being with no awareness, no feelings, no thoughts. A biological vessel, if you will. A tabula rasa.
That doesn't sound very nice. But I guess it could work.
It has to work. Just follow the instructions I send you and you can cure your alters with healthy brain tissue very effectively.
So, tabula rasa is doomed to die.
Oh, I see what worries you. The possible existence of the human factor some people call the soul. Personally, I prefer the word used by Avicenna, essence. You see, Avicenna made a distinction between essence and existence, which he thought was the domain of the accidental, or, as you would put it, the choices that shape us. Essence, on the other hand, is that core of a being which endures, regardless of any circumstances. For Avicenna, essence proved that there was a God who created us. For me, it's a whole new field of study. Just think about it. What if we looked at this essence just like we look at any other aspect of a human being? Its body, mind, emotions, something that can be scientifically observed, trained, even enhanced. Isn't that exactly what you are doing with your alters, Jan?
I'm not experimenting on them. I'm surviving.
Then carry on doing it. All I'm suggesting is that you look at this empty altar's essence in the same way a sculptor looks at a stone that is too brittle to carve in. There's no logical reason to fear dismissing it. Lucas and I went back to our old research to recreate a piece of code we once discarded. One that allowed for a much more flexible approach to erasing human memories. It can serve you to increase the capabilities of the quantum computer and create a tabula rasa version of yourself.
Upgrade the quantum computer? With the use of your banned research, but what about Ally Corp? What about the consequences for me when they find out about all the rules I've broken? A simple builder? I mean, creating my altars is one thing, but this... I could get accused of much bigger violations.
Can I trust you, Jan?
Yes, of course you can.
Good. Ally Corp doesn't have to know anything. Whatever happens from now on can stay strictly between you and me. I told you that I'd do anything to protect your mission, and I wasn't joking. Follow my instructions, and I'll take care of everything else.
Ally Corp has a big medical department. My ex-wife works there. Are you sure we shouldn't turn to them for help instead of harvesting this biological vessel against the law?
You managed to keep both your wife and her employers at arm's length for so long, and I can only repeat that it was the wisest decision. You need to believe me, it really isn't in your interest, or the interest of your alters, for them to find out. We can do this. Are you with me?
All right. I'll trust you.
Thank you. Let me make one thing clear. My goal isn't to undermine Ally Corp's operations. It's not resentment that drives me. Yes, my career was broken because of their short-sightedness, but I'm not seeking revenge. I just believe that I have a much deeper understanding of the full potential of your mission, and the means to execute this potential. All they could ever do is take the rupidium you've found and use it to boost the prices of their shares. Sure, maybe a few hungry people would benefit as a side effect, but it would all be temporary, insignificant, an opportunity lost. So, no, I'm not against them. But I know that by withholding some information from them, we can achieve so much more. And I'm relieved you feel the same way. Keep me posted on your progress.
Come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something.
done here. Should I help with this now? All done here. Should I help with this now?
Are those trees? That's impossible. How can there be life here? Wonder if I could get a closer look at them. Hey, wait. Is that some kind of a projection? And they're gone. Safely into my pocket. Let's see if my crew appreciates a relaxing landscape inside the base. Tension is becoming dangerous. We need to find a solution.
this now? All done here. Should I help with this now?
So, do you think the passive radiation filter calmed the crew? I didn't hear any more theories about enriched metals wreaking havoc in our bodies, if that's what you're asking about. Great. Crisis averted. Bravo. Now that you've tackled this issue, I trust you'll be inspired to deal with our illness as well? Hey there. I talked to Maxwell. It looks like he came up with a cure for your condition. Really? Are you telling me there's hope? Yeah, it's some kind of sophisticated treatment based on healthy brain tissue. Maxwell sent us a formula. Oh, that's ambitious. What do you need me to do? Well, I'll need you to reprogram our quantum computer according to some old piece of code from Maxwell's experiments. He claims it's gonna let us create an awareness-free alter. Awareness-free? The plan is to create a biological vessel from my DNA and extract lots of healthy brain tissue from it. Biological vessel to produce a healthy mutation-free brain. That makes sense.
So, you're okay with it?
It sounds like a promising idea. Why would I not be okay with it?
Because it's cruel?
Science is cruel. Survival is cruel. But it's not just about our survival, right? The whole mission is at stake, Jan.
That's what Maxwell said. Don't you find it odd that he's so reluctant to consult AliCorp Medical about our problem?
It is slightly unsettling, I admit. Are you thinking of talking to them behind his back?
I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake to cut Len off like that.
Look, this situation is starting to be a little too emotionally problematic for me. She's your ex, not mine. You decide whether you want to take the risk. Just remember, Maxwell gave us a viable option. Shouldn't we just proceed instead of complicating things?
Maybe you're right. I'm overthinking it.
Good. Just give me the green light, and I'll start researching that new QC functionality right away. Then we'll take it step by step.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry. We can do this.
There's gotta be another way.
That alien thing is inside one of us, damn it. We gotta test our blood with the pathogen to figure out who before it feeds again.
Really, all horrors are the same.
No reaction. You're clean.
What about you, Quay? Where were you when Martinez was attacked?
I was burying my wife.
Oh, God.
Nothing. Sherman, you're up.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a great idea. Feels a little unsanitary to me.
It's the only way. None of us are safe until we find out who's infected.
Really? It's the only way?
Kinda gotta agree with Sherman here, guys. Not sure about this whole...
Hey, man. Can you hear me? Where am I? What is this? Take it easy. You're on strong sedatives. What the hell? No, you're not hallucinating. Then who? Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, we need to focus on you, just to make sure you're all right. Can you answer a few questions for me? Okay. Do you remember who you are?
I'm Jan Dolski.
Good. And what is your role on this mission, Jan?
I'm a botanist. So, wait, this is it? The mission? Did we land?
Yes. Don't worry. We're safe.
But, so, where's the captain?
She didn't make it. Actually, no one did. It's just me here.
You? What about me? Are you... Are you real?
Just as real as you.
Then, what's going on?
It's like we're alternative versions of the same person.
Wow, but why is this happening?
Okay. There was a bad accident during the landing. No one else survived. Long story short, I needed to multiply myself to survive.
That doesn't make any sense. We're not exactly the same.
Yes, we're different. You made different decisions in your life.
I'm not sure I understand.
You know what? I think you should just rest a little and read the mission logs. You'll find all the answers there.
Sure. Yeah, mission logs, why not? Hey, wait. If all this is... If I mean... What about my wife? Where is she? I need to know.
She's on Earth, and we need to figure out how to get there.
Okay. Okay. What do you want from me?
We'll need all the help we can get. Someone to run the greenhouse, prep the food, so on. Trust me, you'll have a lot to do.
I'm not sure I'm ready to work just like that.
Right. Like I said, rest, go through the logs, meet the rest of the crew, and let's talk again in a while.
Yeah.
I'll see you around. We still got some storage space?
Settling in. You joined us at a difficult moment. Believe me, before I got here, I've seen some of the most unfriendly places to live on our home planet. Not much can put me off. Want to know what really impresses me? The variety of walks of life in this place, all belonging to one man. It's amazing how different we are. Yeah. Guess I got used to it by now. I don't think I ever will. I noticed something else, too. The others. They have a lot of common memories, many things that they can relate to, but me? I seem to be different.
More different, I mean. I think it must be because I branched away at some much earlier point in time. When do you think that was? I don't know. But you all stayed with our parents. For better or worse, I didn't. I ran away from home when I was a teenager. Seriously. Why? What happened? You know how I was at home. Never really nice. But one day, I just couldn't take it anymore. I had an ugly row with Dad. Again. He told me I was useless. Again. And Mom? I loved her, but she was so passive in it all. All I knew was that I wanted to be somewhere else. I had a friend by that time, so I packed my stuff and went to live with Edgar. Edgar, a retired doctor, my mentor. He worked down the streets of the slum district I ventured to, distributing food and medicine to the needy. Took me under his roof and taught me that however much you do for others, there's always room for you to become a better person. You just have to see it. Sounds like a wise man. No wonder you preferred hanging around with him than with Pops. It's not that simple, but yeah. He gave me a sense of direction. Living for others. Freeing yourself from material needs and desires. Free from desires? Does that mean you're some sort of monk? No, Jan. Far from it. In fact, I was just going to approach you about something very human. Go on. Well, you see, I look around and I see amazing people, us, a unique group of extraordinary individuals. But what are we mostly preoccupied with? Efficiency. Scurrying and hurrying to get things done. Prosaic tasks. Repetitive activities. Even if we entertain ourselves, it's for a purpose. We never pause because we're so afraid to die. But eventually, we will die anyway, right? You're right. No escaping it in the end. The only thing certain is the present moment, Jan. And I know one thing. We're not cherishing it enough. How can we cherish it? We can stop for a second and enjoy something special together. Let me prepare a feast for our group to feed not just the body, but the soul. Make everyone feel that even if their material life has to end, their existence will be timeless. A feast to celebrate our mortality, Jan. Let go of our fear. What do you say? Okay. And what would you need to prepare such a feast? Don't worry, not much. I'm used to running a mass kitchen with only the basic ingredients. But I like to experiment with some recipes first. So I guess I'd like to ask you for some time and a decent amount of fresh greenhouse produce. All right, let me see what I can do. Thank you. Let me know when I can start experimenting.
come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something. What's troubling you? Well, I've been analyzing the situation thoroughly, and in light of the fact that we may all die of this abnormality in our brains, the thought of not making it back to Earth has been haunting me. To the point of obsession, I admit. Yeah, you'll make it. We'll all make it, don't worry, okay? Oh, please. I'm not worried for myself. There's a lot more at stake here than just our fleeting lives. Can't you see? The world will miss so much if I go too soon. Oh, what do you mean? My work. Everything I did in my parallel life wasn't meaningless. On the contrary, it had the potential to push space exploration to a whole new level. Really? How? You see, I developed a method of nanoparticle dispersion that proved to be stable in even the most extreme conditions. Oh, shit? Exactly. And now it breaks my heart to think that all that groundbreaking research, all that knowledge could just disappear with me, never to see the light of day. Yeah, man, you're right. We can't let the method of particle, we can't let it disappear. So let's do something about it. Yeah, right. But what can we do about it? I want to recreate my research, here and now. Revisit my logic, backtrack my calculations, rewire the connections in my brain, and write it all down again. For posterity. And you need me to grant me the time to focus on this project and nothing else. Of course, I'd still be there to attend mission-critical tasks if the need arises, but I would appreciate if I could limit my availability as much as possible until I get this weight off my chest completely. Fine. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. It's amazing that by trying to save your own life and altering yourself, you involuntarily unleash such a big potential for change and progress. I can start working on my old research whenever you're ready. Yes, Lucas?
Hi, Jan. Maxwell told me he's given you a way to help your alters. I thought I'd give you a friendly call and see how it's going. So, how's it going?
I know what to do to cure them. That's the most important thing. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, I hope you won't find me annoying, but I wanted to remind you about rubidium. I mean, I'm assuming you're planning to collect it at a more convenient time, but in case you forgot, it really is important, you know.
I know, Lucas. I'll do my best.
Cool. So, until next time.
Are we watching this or what?
Yes, we are. Yes, I just want to make a few more quick tweaks to the device. I think I'm close.
I'm sure.
I am.
Okay, I'm not starting a 2-hour movie at midnight.
All right, well then just give me a minute to power it down.
1 minute, and then I'm coming up there and dragging you out.
Okay.
Phil, there's no time to explain.
Oh, you said I have 1 minute.
Phil, I need you to listen to me carefully.
What is this?
6 years ago, aliens arrived on Earth. They consumed all of our natural resources and enslaved humanity.
What was that? What did I just see? What was that? Is that real?
It doesn't have to be. I've traced the sequence of events to this exact moment in time, to your device.
Evacuation functionality. Outposts at pylon.
That filter supply is shrinking, dude. I'm down here. Can I help with this now? Hey, man. We're running out of storage space. Are you Want me to go there, Chief?
Stop moping. We'll find a solution.
Hard to crack a smile with this sense of impending doom.
In the meantime, maybe there's something we could all do to raise our spirits. Like, oh, I don't know.
What's going on? What, Dizzy? Down here. Should I help with this now? nothing more to do here. Should I move there? All done here. Should I help with this now? There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Are you sure about that experimental therapy? Hey man, how are you taking it? First Molly dying and now your condition. It must be hard for you.
How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line?
Maybe it just means that you're my second best friend.
Well, all right. After the sheep. What an honor, thanks. The irony is, I liked being around that creature. It kinda consoled me.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast.
Did she remind you of Mom's dreams, too?
Yeah. She always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm.
She wanted to raise sheep, remember? It only came back to me after Molly went.
Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we.
That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. Her annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week.
Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often.
Yeah. Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day and play games.
Luckily, she let it go eventually.
Oh, no. Now, she gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What do you mean?
In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so she found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there?
No.
No. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time.
You should take me there one day. When we get back, I'd love to see it. Don't do that. I'm not a kid. I know I'm never coming back. All I can do is imagine I'm sitting there looking at freaking trees with her again. This place here makes you forget what trees even look like. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now.
I'm done here. Should I do this now? You treat people like goddamn tools. Well, I'm not a tool, so you better show some respect. Really?
Evacuation
What a shitty dick.
Evacuation functionality. Incidents which can jeopardize your
So, yes, here it is. We still need to wait a little for the brain cells to mature fully. How long? 3 days, according to the instructions we got. Once they're ready, you can call a meeting and communicate your decision to everybody. What happens then? We extract the brain tissue, process it according to Maxwell's formula, and start administering the treatment. Of course, we will have to dispose of the body. Whoa!
What the fuck?
Looks like I didn't use enough sedative. Let me just, there. Damn it. I hope it didn't activate the cortex.
Is that seriously the only thing that worries you right now? It woke up. That's not something mindless vessels do. We can't just... you know...
Calm down. It must have been an involuntary impulse. Nothing to do with consciousness. Look, we can't get thrown off balance. Not now, when we're so close.
Okay.
You're right. You can't tell anyone about this incident, okay? They need to take the cure. I know some of them were against it. This would make them freak out even more. What incident? I didn't see anything. Did you? Okay. Good. Let's just give those brain cells the time they need to mature, and in 3 days, we'll proceed with the treatment. Simple as that. Sure. Fine.
evacuation functionality.
surface exploration vehicle. So this is where he landed. Damn, you look busted. Shame. Could have made good use of you. Nice. I don't know that movie. My stuff landed here. Like a good spot for the tower. And the other one... Yeah, I need to build it on the other side. loose things lying around the turn. Could be someone was trying to fix it.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
We're running a bit low on food.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Mission functionality manual.
Is there a problem? Yes, Jan, there's definitely a problem. People are fed up with how you're running this mission.
What do you mean, fed up? What is this?
Are you blind? Things gotta change, or else.
What exactly do you want me to improve?
The fridge has been empty for days. Do something about it.
I hear you. I'll do what I can. I noticed some tools lying around the tour vehicle. Looks like someone's been tinkering with it. Wasn't you, by any chance?
So what if it was? I need to stay sane somehow. Holding a heavy-duty screwdriver in my hand calms me down. Even if I know driving that screw-in won't change anything.
The state of the
Hi, my name is David Peterson. I was abducted by aliens on June 1st, 2017, and this is my irrefutable evidence. What do I know that no one else knows? Everything.
Oh, it's getting scary.
Yeah, right, SpaceX. I don't want you to know any of this. And I can prove it. I'm not afraid of the government. Undeniable proof of my